What's up, DC Nation? Welcome back to another video, and today we're covering DC Infinite Frontier number 0. This is the big issue that is kicking off DC's new initiative for 2021, and to get you caught up to speed before we dive into the issue, we got Diana Prince, Wonder Woman. She fought off against the Darkest Knight and defeated him at the end of DC's last big event, Dark Knight's Death Metal. And what happened was the entire DC universe was destroyed, and the only one left was Diana and the creators of the universe. Now, Diana met up with one of the creators, and they made a deal. Basically, the DC universe would be reborn, but Diana would join the creators. She would take on a new role in the Omniverse. Now, she was also told that there'd be a cost to all this. Something would happen. Now what's happening is she's going through the Omniverse, she's flowing through it, she is confused, she has a new look actually, she has a full-on white costume, and she's trying to find out what this cost that the creators were referring to. And we're going to see in this issue that she's going to go through the entire DC universe, see how all her heroes and friends are doing, how the Justice League, Flash, Stargirl, Yard Flora, Wonder Woman, how everyone is doing. And this is like DC's way of, okay, Diana is discovering this, but we as an audience are discovering it as well. And if we like what we see, we'll check out the new books coming up, right? It's a good initiative. But what we'll also see in this issue is certain Future State characters, like Yara Flora, I mentioned her, and we'll see how Future State impacted the DC Universe. And last but not least, we're gonna see more secrets of the Omniverse get revealed. And there's a huge cliffhanger at the end of this issue that gets me excited for the future of the DC Universe. This is a really awesome issue, guys. I really enjoyed it. I think you guys will enjoy it too. There's a lot of creators, a lot of writers, artists, a lot of top tier talents. And yeah, enough of this intro, guys. If you're ready, let's dive into this issue. Diana Prince, the Wonder Woman, goes to the Omniverse. She floats through, confused. She asks Hera what she's doing. That's when she's confronted by the Quintessence. First off, the wizard says, "Where there once stood 52 universes walled off from the greater Omniverse, there are now countless universes, and we can sense no boundaries." Phantom Stranger then says, "The manipulations of your homeworld's timeline has been undone, and time has been restored in its proper configuration." Ganthet steps forward, one of the Guardians of the Universe, and he says, "And now a bright day of peace is upon us." Hera then states, "One full of infinite possibilities." Highfather then says, "All because of you." Diana steps back and says, "Goddess Hera, I don't understand. Why am I here? I was told that I was chosen to ascend. Instead I saw the future." The Spectre then comes forth. He says, "Possible futures that may or may not come to pass. It falls on humanity to decide now. The hands of the Source have judged you, the pinnacle of human potential, and they have elevated you to a higher plane of existence. And now your peers, the Quintessence, the highest order of beings in our multiverse, who have watched over your reality, ask you to join their number. This multiverse is new and uncharted. You are being asked to assist these great beings to chronicle the new order of things. You earned this, Wonder Woman." Diana responds, "I'm flattered, but this all sounds a little too good to be true. For my taste, I was warned of a great cost for restarting the multiverse, of a lurking threat that I need to protect the multiverse from." Now the wizard says to Diana, "We know nothing of any cost." Hera then says, "We do not offer this role among us lightly, Diana of the Amazons." Now Diana looks up at Hera saying, "I can't leave my family and friends until I know they're safe, that the changes to the multiverse have not touched them. After what the Batman Who Laughs and Perpetua did, don't you believe it is best to know the truth?" Now the Phantom Stranger responds to Diana saying, "We sense no great cost, Diana, but we can provide you with the assurance you require." Now Ganthet says, "Spectre." Now the Spectre comes forth to Diana saying, "Will you allow me to be your guide, Wonder Woman?" And Diana says, "Yes, and call me Diana, Spectre." And Spectre says, "Very well, together we will move as ghosts, witnessing moment to moment as we search for the cost that haunts you. The truth you feel in your heart will lead us. First, we begin with an old friend. Spectre and Diana teleport out of this lurking space in the Omniverse. We shift to Superman arriving at a city that has been attacked. He finds a fire god defeated. The situation is already taken care of. Superman asks the citizens who saved the city. The citizens tell him it was Shazam. He has been protecting them all. Flash then shows up immediately thinking that Superman saved the city, but Superman tells Flash that it was Black Adam. Barry thinks there has to be a scheme. Superman hopes there's not. He hopes that Black Adam has changed and has finally become a hero. Barry wishes he had Superman's optimism. We switch to Gotham City. An officer named Mahoney walks into Arkham Asylum. He's performing a routine round check-in. He finds a bunch of guards killed by Joker toxin. He goes to Bane's cell, and when he takes off the Bane mask, he finds Bane smiling dead by the Joker toxin. Officer Mahoney reports that all the deaths and Joker toxins throughout Arkham Asylum. Nobody comes through to his comms. We switch to Cassandra Cain and Stephanie Brown taking down some thugs. Barbara Gordon, Oracle, helps them out through comms. Back at the clock tower, Barbara explains to Huntress why she decided to be Oracle more often. She's not hanging up the Batgirl costume for good, but she could go easier on her spinal implants. That's when Barbara gets a report from Arkham Asylum about the Joker toxin. She's shocked that Joker is back so soon. We switch to Tim Fox playing chess with his father. Grifter shows up saying, "Oh hey, good you're not dead. We should get you both in the panic room." Lucius responds, "Grifter, what is going on?" Grifter responds, "There's a code green at Arkham, Lucius. They're saying it's a Joker attack." We switch to Mayor Nakano's office. Detective Montoya tells him about Arkham Asylum. They both create a plan to help Gotham through another potential Joker attack. Renee Montoya calls into Officer Mahoney about the asylum. This news goes to Batman. We see Batman in the shadows at night. He tells the officer on the comms, "I'm on my way." We see Diana and the Spectre arrive in Themyscira. Diana sees her mother, Hippolyta, struggling with Diana's absence. Diana wants to give her mother some assurance that she's fine. The Spectre tells Diana not to mess with the reality. She lived an honorable life. It's time for the Amazons to do the same. Hippolyta walks out seeing her Amazons fighting. They're fighting to see who can replace Diana. Nubia is among these Amazons. They all tell Hippolyta that they will die like Diana if that is what it takes to replace her. Hippolyta takes all the Amazons inside. She takes out a box that holds Medusa's head inside. Whichever Amazon opens the box and does not turn into a statue will be the new queen of the Amazons. Nubia takes a chance. Nubia is successful. She gets the crown and the Amazons rejoice. Hippolyta will leave soon to go back into man's world. She needs to learn more about the Brazilian Wonder Woman, Yara Flor. Nubia hopes that Hippolyta made the right choice, choosing her. Meanwhile, Yara Flor arrives in man's world with her aunt and uncle. Yara goes off on her own with all of her luggage. In the airport, two mysterious women stalk Yara. One of the women say, "We have located the targets." We go to Battery Park, New York. The Justice Society has been disbanded for a while. Obsidian walks into the old headquarters and remembers everything. Obsidian walks with his sister Jade up to their father Alan Scott, the Green Lantern. Alan comes out as gay. He had feared telling his children, but they accept him with open arms. Alan, Obsidian, and Jade hug. We shift to a harbor. A group of kids get on a cruise ship. They are all nervous because they're about to go to their first day in school. But not just any school, they are going to the Titans Academy. They arrive at the Titans Tower astonished and ready to learn. We switch to Diana and the Spectre arrive in Metropolis. They come upon a huge creature destroying the city. Jonathan Kent Superboy shows up and begins to save the day. The Spectre warns Diana that Jonathan cannot be trusted. He is not Superman, and he must never be. Jonathan Kent tries to save the city from the creature. He is successful. He tries to honor Superman's legacy. Diana doesn't see what's wrong with Jonathan. She sees him as a hero. The Spectre says, "Today, Jonathan Kent honors the legacy of Superman. but in his future, I see the makings of a tyrant. Diana and the Spectre leave the Sun of Tomorrow, arrive in a room where Green Arrow and Black Canary are. The two banter back and forth. Ollie then gets a distress call, but Black Canary pushes it to the side. The Justice League can handle the problem. Black Canary wants to spend some alone time with Oliver Queen. Outside in the middle of nowhere, we see Roy Harper back from the dead. He calls Dick and Donna, but they don't pick up. He leaves a voicemail telling them he's alive somehow. Somehow he's back. Roy puts the phone up and waits for a ride out on the road. We shift to Courtney Whitmore. She's late for school, but she's also Stargirl, and Stargirl is currently fighting King Midas, a villain that can turn anything to gold. Pat Dugan shows up in his Striped Sea armor. He takes down King Midas easily. Stargirl and Striped Sea fly off. Courtney runs to school and makes it late. The principal confronts her, but Pat shows up and backs Courtney up. Courtney gets off scot-free and begins to head to class. Courtney thanks Pat for having her back. That's when Pat gets a call from Vigilante. The 7 soldiers of victory need him. Pat tells Courtney it's time to go. Courtney and Pat head off to go on another adventure. We switch back to Gotham. Batman rides his Batcycle to Arkham Asylum. He tells Officer Mahoney on the comms to hang on. Batman will be there soon. At Arkham Asylum, Officer Mahoney runs into a room trying to save 2 nurses. An explosion occurs, setting them forward. Batman arrives at Arkham Asylum too late. He finds Mahoney bleeding to death. Mahoney asks, "Did the nurses make it?" Batman looks back in response, "Yes, they're safe." Mahoney then passes out dead in Batman's arms. That's when Gotham police show up to arrest Batman. Batman gets reads that there's still 17 people alive in the burning asylum. The police point their guns. Batman heads into the fire saying, "Shoot me if you want, but I'm gonna save them now." We go to a large building in Gotham. A tall man with birds in his hands asks his comrade if Gotham is ready for what the magistrate program has to offer them. The man says to his comrade, "Is Gotham finally scared enough to change?" Scarecrow with a new look just sits ready to cause terror. We go to hyperspace, Oa inbound. Jon Stewart and Simon Bass transport Teen Lantern through space. They arrive at Oa. Jon Stewart says, "Welcome to Oa, Kelly. Welcome to the home of the Green Lantern Corps." We switch to Barry Allen, the Flash, running in the House of Heroes within the multiverse. He tells Val-Zod the reports of the new multiverse. Flash is fighting worlds that returned post-death metal. The information found about the greater new multiverse, or really like the greater omniverse, will be reported to the totality. Val-Zod asks Barry, "Have you considered our offer, Barry?" Now Barry responds, I have, sir, but I need to take care of a few things first." Barry runs off and meets up with Wally West. Barry tells Wally that he has been working with the Justice Incarnates, observing the formation of the new multiverse. Barry tells Wally about the Elseworld and Earth Omega. Barry's astonished by the new multiverse and wants to explore it more. He's going to join Justice Incarnates. Wally asks, "But who's going to watch over Central City? And who will be the Flash in the Justice League?" Barry puts his hand on Wally's shoulder, saying, "You're the Flash now, Wally. When I was gone before, you filled my boots. You did me proud, son. If you ever need me, I could be there in a flash." Wally tells Barry that he is honored. Barry and Wally race off to go tell the Flash family about the big news. Diana and the Spectre continue to travel throughout the multiverse to find the Great Cost, the creators of the Omniverse mentioned. All Diana finds is good things. Every hero's doing well. Everything is moving in the right direction. Diana makes up her mind and tells the Spectre to take her back to the Quintessence. The Spectre asks Diana, "Are you satisfied?" Diana responds yes. The Quintessence asks Diana if she's ready to join them. Diana declines the offer. Instead of watching the Omniverse, Diana wants to do what her friends are doing. She wants to start a new chapter. She wants to embrace a new, infinite frontier. The Quintessence are fine with Diana's choice. She gets her new Norse mythology look and leaves. In the epilogue, we see the Quintessence go to Earth Omega. They have what Diana was looking for, the Great Cost she was referring to. Spectre says, Earth Omega will be a place of ending, a place where even gods die. That is when a villain shows up and kills all the beings of the quintessence. The Phantom Stranger, Spectre, the Wizard, all gone like that. The villain stands and the Spectre saying, "The new multiverse is now infinite, but I am finite. I am final. Darkseid is the end." Darkseid stands all-powerful over the quintessence, ready to wreak havoc on the new multiverse. And that is how we end DC Infinite Frontier number 0. So that was DC Infinite Frontier number 0. And this issue, guys, was awesome. I really enjoyed it. I'm really excited for the future of the DC Universe. Like, first off, for Action Comics coming up, seeing that Jonathan Kent may be going in a more, not evil direction, but he may become like a tyrant in the future, I have mixed feelings about. On one hand, sounds kind of cool, and hearing the Spectre say that really cool line that, oh yeah, he's honoring like the legacy of Superman now, but he's gonna become a tyrant in the future, was really cool. But at the same time, I kind of want Jonathan Kent not to be a villain. Like, I like him as a hero. But you guys, some of your thoughts on that down below. Now for Batman, that was really good. The 2 segments for Batman with the whole Arkham Asylum, like the Joker toxin, filling it up, and like the death of Bane, that really shocked me. I don't actually think that Bane's dead. Like, DC wouldn't kill Bane off, like, come on. For now, though, he's dead. But I'm really excited to see where the new Batman title goes with Scarecrow, and how the mention of the Magistrate makes it even more interesting. And the new Joker title looks interesting too. Like, I was kind of skeptical for the new Joker title, because, come on, we've been getting so much Joker lately, but I'm still really intrigued, because how they've been marketing it, and how they've been setting it up, seems not just like a random Joker story. It actually seems like something new and cool. Now, going into what they're planning for, like, Flash, with Wally West being the Flash now, that is really awesome. I am hyped about that. I'm really excited to see what Wally will do, what the writer will do with him. I hope they write him well, give him a good story. And to have Barry now in the Justice Incarnates, that's a really good idea. I would actually buy a comic book about the Justice Incarnate led by the Flash and Val Zod. Like, that just sounds so dope. Now, for the Titans Academy, that looks cool. We only got like a little tease, nothing really new, but I'm still excited for that. Now, for some other things like the Justice League, now the reveal that Shazam is actually a thing, kind of dumb. I don't like that name, and I don't know the whole background behind that. Maybe Black Adam and Shazam are combined now. I don't know, but a month ago, Bendis didn't say that it wasn't going to happen. Like, there's leaks that, oh, Black Adam's name would be changed to Shazam, and Bendis was like, hey, don't listen to rumors, and I thought that was his way of saying that's not true, but it actually is. So I'm kind of mixed on that, but I'm still kind of excited for Justice League. Not really for the story, but really for the artwork. Like, the artwork, like Nick Darrington's artwork, looks amazing in this comic, and it's going to be great in the main Justice League title. Now, some other things to discuss. Diana, Wonder Woman, her whole journey through the new multiverse of the Spectre was a really great idea. I like how DC did that to show us the new DC Universe through Diana's, like, eyes. And to see her actually decline the quintessence offer was so good. I like that. And now she'll be going to more, like, Norse mythology, I think. Like, I think that's what was teased. And for the covers for the upcoming Wonder Woman comics, I think that's what they're going for. And I'm actually excited for that. Now, some other things to discuss. Stargirl, she's back, only for like a special, I think. It's like a spring break special. I hope she actually gets like an ongoing series. But for now, though, I'm excited to see Stargirl team up with Pat Dugan and the 7 Soldiers of Victory, especially Vigilante. Like, that's just gonna be so dope. Green Lantern, a little tease in the issue, not much, but I'm still excited to see what Teen Lantern will add to the Green Lantern mythology. And then there's also, like, Nubia, who she'll probably get her own series eventually, with her being, like, Queen of the Amazons. That was a great idea. Yara Flor, we already know she's getting her own series in Man's World. I'm really excited for that. Now, Green Arrow and Black Canary, they had like a little scene, but I hope that is like DC's confirmation that Green Arrow is getting his own solo comic again. Because I'm a big Green Arrow fan, and I want a comic about him again. We haven't had a comic about Green Arrow in so long. Now, one of the big reveals of the issue, Roy Harper is back. He's alive somehow. And yeah, it's kind of like, okay, multiverse shenanigans, making a character come back, kind of dumb. But at the same time, it's Roy Harper. I love the character, and I'm happy he's back. Now, I think that's all about the different stories in the issue, other than the ending. We'll get to the ending in a second. That's a huge ending. But other than that, like, all the different stories, it sets up the new DC Comics books, the new Infinite Frontier books very well. It gets you hyped about it. We have a lot of, like, short stories. Like, it doesn't spend too much time on one story to the point that you're like, alright, let's move on to another. It's kind of like, here's the tease, let's go on to another tease, and this whole issue is about the hype. And it does it very well. Now, that ending gets me stoked, guys. I am so excited to see what's going to happen in the next Infinite Frontier issue. And yes, you just heard me say that. There's going to be another issue of Infinite Frontier in June. DC confirmed it. It's going to be Infinite Frontier #1. And it'll continue this overarching story with Darkseid. Seeing Darkseid just take down the Quintessence. I don't like that Spectre got destroyed again. Like, the Spectre always getting messed up in DC Comics these days. Like, come on, give my boy Spectre a break. But the other ones, like, they don't, so I'm fine with it. But it's cool to see Darkseid back in full force, because Darkseid has kind of been, like, laying low for a while. Yes, he was in Justice League Odyssey, but he's not been big. But now he's back in full force, and I kind of predicted it a little bit, because when they said in Death Metal that, oh, Darkseid's the only one that they can't find, it's like, oh, he's gonna be the big villain. And he is. But it brings us back to, like, old type of big crossovers, big events. Not like Crisis and stuff, but just have Darkseid in his natural form. Like, not changed by retcons, just his natural form, like Jack Kirby form, ready to wreak havoc, and all the heroes of the DC Universe ready, like they're in their best spot. It gets me excited. And it's not like, oh, there's some new things coming to DC Universe. No, nothing really new with this whole issue. Just a bunch of excitement and bringing back a lot of nostalgia. But yeah, guys, I'm excited to see what DC does. I'm gonna give this issue a 9 out of 10. Definitely recommend, guys. You gotta pick this up. This is the issue that's pushing DC's new initiative, so why not pick it up? And if you're a big Darkseid fan, a big Stargirl, Roy Harper, like, if you're a big fan of a lot of these characters, especially Darkseid, then check out this issue. But yeah, guys, tell me your thoughts on this issue down below. What would you give from 1 to 10? What do you think about that ending? What are your theories? Do you think Infinite Frontier will come like a mini-series and it'll just be coming out every few months to keep the DC Universe going? I think that's actually a smart idea if DC does it, to keep everything connected. So if things come kind of confusing, then we have like Infinite Frontier like issue to clear things up every few months. I think that's actually a really good idea. I hope they go by that. But yeah, guys, if you like the video, give a big thumbs up, new channel, make sure to subscribe and notification bell so you don't miss out on my next DC Infinite Frontier video. But yeah, thanks for watching, and peace out.